Even as the Saudi foreign minister insisted investigations were ongoing into the death of Jamal Khashoggi, it was clear one possibility was not to be considered, that the journalist was killed at the order of the highest levels of the Saudi government.
We have made it very clear that this was an operation that went wrong, where people exceeded their authorities, did something they're not supposed to do. We have made it very clear that we're investigating, that those who committed this crime will be brought to justice, and that procedures will be reviewed in order to make sure it doesn't happen again.
He also dismissed a Reuters report that some members of the Saudi ruling family wanted to block Crown Prince Mohammed Bin Salman from assuming the throne.
These are outrageous comments that are being made, are totally unacceptable. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is unified on this issue. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is committed to its leadership. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia is committed to the vision that our leaders have put forth for us in terms of Vision 2030 and in terms of moving along the path of reform.
At the Pentagon, U.S. Defense Secretary James Mattis discussed the administration's reasons for backing Saudi Arabia despite calls for accountability for Khashoggi's murder. On the Khashoggi affair, he said, presidents don't often get the freedom to work with unblemished partners in all things. He then mentioned the conflict in Yemen. If you want to end the war, you're going to deal with Saudi. You can't say, I'm not going to deal with them. A rejection of the policy advocated by an increasing number of members of Congress to apply pressure on Saudi Arabia to end the war by ending the U.S. arms sales upon which its offensive depends. Mattis's statements echoed the doctrine espoused by Donald Trump in his statement on Tuesday. The U.S.'s strategic interests supersede all else, an argument that received a withering response from the editor of The Washington Post, who published Jamal Khashoggi's articles.
I was astonished, even after 2 years of kind of astonishing and dismaying things from this president. This one is really almost beyond belief, and it's wrong on so many levels. I mean, of course, it's wrong to excuse the murder of a journalist, of any human being, which he's doing. But even on a strategic basis, you know, I mean, he seems to see it as, well, we can't worry about things like morality and human rights because we need Saudi Arabia.
But for now, the Trump administration seems impervious to criticism of its explanation of why it will not act against Saudi Arabia. Shihab, Rattansi, Al Jazeera, Washington.